Sway in the morning, Shade 4 or 5. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. I think I'm in love with this culture too much, Heather B.
Why you say that?
Because I get my feelings hurt often.
Oh.
You know, it's like when you plant a garden with the family so everybody can eat. And then, you know, in the beginning, everybody is planting seeds along with you, and you're toiling the land, and then and the seasons change, and the flowers start to blossom, and we all eat. And then some people take the food and they don't come back and replant the soil, don't replant, put seeds in for the next season. I feel like that's what happens with hip hop a lot. You
better
know,
tell them what you taught me.
What's that have to be?
Teach them how to grow their own garden so they can leave you alone.
Yeah, it is, right? And sometimes when I'm falling off the grid and I'm going into that depression, damn near feels like, there's always these moments that happen that just kind of reinvigorate me, and it usually comes from artists, and it usually comes from MCs, not just rappers, because rappers will say anything and do anything and pretend like, you know, they'll say anything somebody else write. You know what I mean? That's just a rapper. But an MC to me, you know, writes what he says, lives what he writes. And, man, KOB 3, King of Brooklyn 3, it's a project that Maino released. And, man, I got a chance to sit and listen to it, and it reminded me of, okay, I'm reinvigorated again.
Dope.
The game has hope. There is some truth being spoken. And at you know, really at a consequence to himself. A lot of the things he's saying is so against the grain, but he's saying it in his own way, in his own voice, in his own style, and he's here with us today. Give it up for Maino.
Maino.
Hey.
What up, man?
What's up, Sway?
Yeah, we just saw each other in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Tell him, Maino, I'll be in Brooklyn.
Of course. Listen, Sway good everywhere in Brooklyn, man.
Yeah, right by the bridge, though. Just in case. I gotta make that quick exit. But Maino came on spoke on the panel when we did the Psycho, the movie. Kelly and I are executive producer. It's about law enforcement in the community, man. I appreciate you.
Nah, that was a great opportunity. I definitely, you know, I like doing stuff like that because it's something that is definitely relevant.
Yeah, right.
You know, especially right now, like, you know, the violence between, you know, law enforcement, you know, in the community. It's like every day we see something new.
See something new, right?
About, you know, cops and shootings, and, you know, it's just crazy. So anytime I get an opportunity to speak about that, I'm with it.
You know, I'm listening to your album, man, and you paint some great pictures.
Thank you, man.
On this album, and you tell a lot of truth on this album. You got a song called Second Life on this album. I felt like it was an ode to your mother, but by some of the things you're saying in the song, it's just, I feel like I got to know you better. Like, I see your childhood, and you talk about bringing drugs into your mama's house, and you talk about getting her kicked out of the projects.
Right, all that.
That happened?
Yeah, all that.
Sheesh.
All that.
Yeah.
We had a hard road, man.
The hell?
You know, because if you New York City housing will kick you out. You know, if you get caught with guns and drugs inside the apartment, stuff like that. So
you knew that when you were stashing them?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I was young. I didn't know that.
So how'd you get caught?
The police came in the house.
No, I didn't know if it, no, but I didn't know if there was like some sort of inspection. Like
nah, they don't do that. No, when you doing stuff, you gonna get caught for doing shit. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. Basically.
You talked about your mom was in a coma for 5 weeks.
Yeah. She had a brain aneurysm.
And came out of it.
And made it out. And you know, I had learned so much about that. Like 75% of the people that get brain aneurysms die.
Yeah.
So the whole last summer she was in the hospital dealing with that, and it was crazy for me, like to see her like that. So she made it out of that. You know. Yeah,
and she in this song you talk about her saying she felt like she was a failure to you.
Yeah. But
you saying you was a failure to her.
Right.
You lost your father to the streets.
Right. Basically. Yeah. He was. You know, my people had drug problems. You understand? And you know, when you in that era back then, you know, crack was what it was. One thing leads to another. Like it doesn't actually kill you, but you wind up dying for something else. You know. And I've been in the streets like since then.
Yeah, man. I mean, when you listen to this album, it ain't no pretending.
Nah.
You ain't got no ghostwriters on this, huh? Right?
Nah, baby.
Okay, I'm just checking.
You got to check nowadays.
Gotta check.
Everybody.
How you feel about ghostwriters for MCs? Like, does that change your perspective on if you found out Kendrick Lamar had a ghostwriter? You
Right.
still love the music he
Right,
made.
still love the music, but I would feel differently a little bit because he raps so well.
Yeah.
So and I think he raps from a perspective of like he's really writing this. See, it's different. Like when you know Puff, he don't write rhymes, but we don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
We don't have a problem with certain people. You know, we knew.
Yeah.
You know,
they're not hiding it, or they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah.
But it's like I guess it's when you're trying to pull a wool over our eyes and make us believe that you really that dude and you may not be.
Yeah. You talk about that too. You got it. Let me see. What song was that? I want to say, is it Niggas Ain't Ready? Or no, or more of Harder Than Them?
Harder Than Them.
Like Harder Than Them is a great song because you're saying I'm harder than Puff, and you know, like what's the lyrics?
Nah, it's harder than Puff. Hard like I'm Biggie. Just give me the loot. So what I was saying basically was just like I'm going as hard as these dudes because you know these dudes went hard.
Yeah,
you understand. And this was my first record back, like that they ain't heard me in a minute. So I wanted to make a joint that they really heard me going hard. And also to inspire other people. Like shout out to everybody making all these videos off that record. Like the videos is crazy. The workout videos, I'm reposting them. They come in every day. It's just taking a life of its own.
It's time though, Maino.
Yeah.
You put out a lot of great. We talk about this every time you come up. You put out a lot of great music. To me, you put out a lot of anthems to me, theme songs that you still hear in the clubs today. People ride out. If you on a road trip, you throwing some Maino, you know, to feel good about it. But I think it's time for the audience to really connect. It ain't your fault if they haven't connected at a level that I think they should.
Right.
I just think it's time for people to open their minds to
I think this is the foundation. This project, this mixtape that I gave away for free because I just wanted to. I didn't want to take the chance of. It's not like I was coming from a piping hot situation.
Yeah.
So it was like, am I going to try to sell it? And then you know how the audience is. They not really into buying what they not used to seeing.
Yeah.
You understand? So I was like, you know what? I need the energy. I need the word of mouth to spread. Like they saying that this is my best work. They calling it a classic. The record ain't been out 3 days because I'm touching their soul. You understand? It's motivation. It's motivation for the streets, showing dudes that we could elevate. You understand? And we could be ourselves and still like it just feels good to me. And that to me was more important that everybody had the music.
Yeah. Maino was here. 888-742-3345. This is Harder Than Them. Sway in the morning. Maino, KOB3. Dat Piff. Get that on Dat Piff. Man, it's a good album, Heather.
I'm listening to something Maino said in there. I want to ask you about a line, Maino.
What's that?
You said, I'm finished with Christ. Did you say, how you put that line? You know, you heard you
I
said.
lost my religion. You know what? People was like, yo, you don't believe in God? And I was like, nah, it's not. I was just writing from a place where I just felt like I'm at the bottom. I gotta fuck everything. Everything is out the window. My religion, like we going for broke. Everything, like that's just the feeling. When you writing from that space that this is how hard I'm going. Like everything is out the window. Everything. I don't like. It's just all or nothing.
You told God sorry after you wrote that? I'm just asking because me and you talk like that, Maino. I just wanted to know.
No, I think I'm good with him though. I think he understands. They say he forgiven, right?
You said sorry though, because that's how you get it.
That's how you get upset. I'm gonna make sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure I do that.
Yeah, do that because I want to see you win.
Yeah.
You got a song, If I Die, on it. And it's interesting because the chorus, you're not like, man, if I die, don't shed a tear.
Right.
You don't cry for me.
Right.
That's how you feel?
I mean, I've lived a hard but good life. I'm on my second life. I literally feel like that because the life that I lived before was totally different. And now I'm on it's a whole another life. So when I say like, it's good, my nigga. I done been on stage with Alicia Keys, my nigga.
You say that, yeah.
I'm good. You understand? it's not like Malcolm X said, it's not important. It's not to me, about how long I live, but how well I live. You know what I'm saying? While I'm here. So, as long as we fulfilled in what we doing, then it's all good.
There's a line in that same song when you talk about your daughter. I have a daughter's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday.
Today?
Kiyomi, yeah, it's
Happy
her birthday
birthday,
today.
Kiyomi.
And the line I got identified, I'm paraphrasing, I didn't write it down, but we talked about it. If I wonder what my...
Yeah, close my eyes and try to see my daughter's dream. She don't know for me to feed her, I did violent things. You understand?
How old is your daughter?
She be 3 this month.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, okay. All right.
Congrats.
Because that's that. As a man, we got to do everything that we can or whatever to go get it, to bring it back home. And when I'm speaking or I'm talking to the streets, I'm talking because I'm not even out there no more, but I'm talking to niggas that's out there. I'm talking to the dudes that's out there every day, trying to piece it together, trying to make it happen, because that's how they feel. When you any hood in America, it's somebody that feel like that. To feed my kids, I had to do violent things.
That's real. Maino's here. I'm not gonna ask you what kind of violent things, because you know,
Incriminate him.
I don't want you going to, in the clink.
Stop it.
Justice is here. Justice, good morning. How you
What
doing?
up, Justice?
Yo, peace. What up, y'all? What's good?
What's up, man? What you like to say to Maino?
Hey, yo, man, it's so much, man. Maino, so much I want to say to you, brother. First of all, I want to say peace. And, damn, son, like, your story is, like you said, man, we out here trying to piece it together, man. And I'm from around the way, so I was there when you was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you started early in your career, I was around and you sent some boxes of CDs up early on.
Right.
A few years back, about 10 years back. You know what I'm saying? You sent them up with the homie.
Justice.
Homie. But anyway, anyway, I don't want to get personal. Yo, keep doing what you're doing, my brother.
Thank you, homie.
Man, love, man, respect. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what else to say, man, but you motivate us, man. That's all
love. Thank you, man.
That's all you had to say right there. Let's play Second Life. Maino was here, 888-742-3345. Maino's here, Sway in the morning.
Yeah.
Second Life. Shade 45, KOB3, available on that Piff right now.
Yeah.
Pick this album up, man.
Yeah.
Saying some real
Yeah,
things.
pick it up. You can hit the link in my bio, Maino Hustle Hard. Or you can go to that Piff, and it's for free. I just want you to have it, baby.
We got Walk in North Carolina on the line. Walk, what up?
Hey, Walk.
Yo, good looking out. First and foremost, I want to say every time I'm on these long car rides, I'm in the military. I do a lot of traveling back and forth. I'm definitely blasting Sway in the morning. I just left one of our meetings, but, one of my big dogs, head shed. So it's just good to get hear good music. And then y'all got, one of my favorite artists on here, Maino. Like, I know it's a lot of studio thugs, but then you got real thugs. And, a lot of that list is very short. Maino and Beans is my top two. Being from Philly, they real. So to hear him talk about where he come from and where he at right now, I can relate that. I'm a kid from Philadelphia. I scrambled trying to get where I got to get to right now, and now I'm in the military, high ranking, able to call shots. But, how he just said, the things, if you had to sit down and tell your kids, I got twin daughters, if I had to sit down and tell my kids, what I had to do to get here, it'd be some horror stories.
Yeah.
So I'm just appreciative to see it, through his story and actually kind of relate to it.
Hey, you know what, Walk? Get that KOB3, man, so you can have that listening for you.
Oh, that's an easy day, Sway. That's an easy day.
That's what's up, man. Man, I know we got to go momentarily, but couple songs, like you got Die a Legend, in the front of that song, you got a clip from Tupac. Yeah.
From Pac, definitely. Like I was telling you, it's like a famous, it's clip. Like a popular clip.
Yeah.
He's at like a seminar or something, and he starts kind of like arguing, like, I don't care, you can call yourself a African American, but if we ain't got nothing, we don't own nothing, then it's how you a man? And this is what he was saying, and it just fit. I'm a Die legend.
You got a song with Chinx on there too.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. PNP.
PNP. Yeah. God bless Chinx, man. You know, may he rest in peace. That was because I do this thing on my Instagram. I be making fun of dudes, and I be like, yeah, pussy nigga problems. Yeah. So he called me and was like, yo, I see you on Instagram growing up. I got something for you. And he sent it over. It was crazy. It was dope. And 2 days before he died, we was talking about, you know, shooting a video and all that. That's a hit record right there. That's a smash. It's so melodic. It's so dope.
What was your experience like with Chinx? Like you said, y'all were talking. What other things y'all touch on?
We had an interesting conversation because I know him since his Stack Bundles days. Yeah. So you know, we had an interesting conversation about stacks, and then how he switched his style up and how it started to work for him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And he was like, you know, a lot of people didn't. This is a while back. A lot of people didn't like the fact that he changed his style, but it worked for him. Yeah. And he said, man, I'm getting money like this, man. Like I ain't like the way me and French is moving, like the way we rapping, like, you know, this is what it is. Yeah. So he definitely was a humble dude, good dude.
Maino was here, man. Get this project. It's a lot of truth on it, but at the same time, it's some party records on it too. Yeah. And there's some love songs on there, man. He got a song called Battlefield. Man, do you remember the first verse? Can you just like say it like poetry? It's track number 9. Track number 9. Well, let's hear a little bit. Let's hear a little bit.
It's a dark place. Yeah, that's a dark place.
Somebody really ripped your heart to shreds.
You know what, though?
But he cheated.
He cheated. So
that's what you said in the song.
I'm writing for my people, though.
Oh, okay.
I'm writing for the people.
You didn't cheat?
I know, because I know my guys is out there going through that. It's always one joint that you just feel that way about. Like when you see her, she act like she don't even know you. You're like, yo, we used to be like this. We used to be like that. Indirect on Instagram.
Dissing you. You put a slug in her dude, huh? Is that what you said?
I would.
Who was that, man? Who did that to you?
Exactly.
I'm writing for my people.
You're writing for your
I'm writing for my people.
All right.
I'm writing for the homies out there going through that.
But you've been through that.
Right.
I mean, I've been through life, so I've had plenty of experiences. Of course, we've been through that.
Okay.
But I think you might.
I thought it was Kim. I thought maybe
Kim.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Okay, that's not what I was thinking.
That's my dog, man.
Okay, all right, okay. I love Kim. That's my
man.
dog.
We love Kim. That's my dog. Right
okay,
there.
good. That's not her. Then who is it?
It's many people.
Damn.
It's many people. I don't usually get stuck like this, man. I'm telling you, got me crazy right now. Look at Heaven be looking at me like, what's up, Heaven?
You keep it 100 with them street talk. You gotta keep it 100 with love talk.
With that love talk.
Yeah, that love talk. That's as deadly as the street talk.
Yeah, for real. I never had to keep it 100 with that love talk. I never talked love talk before.
I talk love with you, homie. It's all good. We grown ass men. We fall in love. We get our heart. My man Damu over there, he from Philly. He a thug. He know.
Oh man.
You met Moo when we did the Reebok thing.
That's right. How you been?
Yeah. Who did that to you, man?
I just was, because between saying sorry to God and and coming back to your love thing, it's a lot of confessions you got to deal with right now. You man. Catholic?
I might need to be after this one.
Just
who did that to you, man?
You're not gonna let this go, though.
I'm just.
You're not gonna let this go. It's a.
I mean, somebody did that. I had that happen.
But it wouldn't be nobody. You know, it's nobody famous.
I don't care about.
But you just want to name.
Yeah. Who did that? Like, what did she do?
Hey, and what did you do?
You know, when you mess up something.
Yeah.
Right. That you really cared about. When you mess it up, and then in hindsight you think about it, and really know it's your fault, but you just coming from an angry place. Yeah. You just mad anyway because you seen that person being happy and moving on.
I see what you mean.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, but it's really your fault that you messed up everything.
Yeah.
So that's what it's really about.
That's what it's about?
Yeah.
Okay. I had that situation before.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
I bet you did.
You want to know who it was with?
Who was with?
Well, you didn't answer mine, so yeah, all right. Give it up for my man Maino right now, man. Maino, man, KOB3, man. I swear on everything. Y'all pick up this project, man. It's definitely worth your time. And I can't wait to see what's next for you, Maino.
Yeah, listen, this is the foundation for everything for me right here. This right here is the most important project I ever did.
Yeah.
This is it right here, you know, because we put things in perspective, you know.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely, man. There is some truth being spoken, and at you know, really at a consequence to himself. A lot of the things he's saying is so against the grain, but he's saying it in his own way, in his own voice, in his own style, and he's here with us today. Give it up for Maino. Maino.
Hey.
What up, man?
What's up, Sway?
Yeah, we just saw each other in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Tell him, Maino, I'll be in Brooklyn.
Of course. Listen, Sway good everywhere in Brooklyn, man.
Yeah, right by the bridge, though. Just in case I gotta make that quick exit. But Maino came on, spoke on the panel when we did the Psycho, the movie. Kelly and I are executive producer. And it's about law enforcement in the community, man. I appreciate you.
Nah, that was a great opportunity. I definitely, you know, I like doing.
Teach them how to grow their own garden so they can leave you alone.
Yeah, it is, right? And sometimes when I'm falling off the grid and I'm going into that depression, damn near feels like. There's always these moments that happen that just kind of reinvigorate me, and it usually comes from artists, and it usually comes from MCs, not just rappers, because rappers will say anything and do anything and pretend like, you know, they'll say anything somebody else write. You know what I mean? That's just a rapper. But an MC to me, you know, writes what he says, lives what he writes. And man, KOB3, King of Brooklyn 3, it's a project that Maino released, and man, I got a chance to sit and listen to it, and it reminded me of, okay, I'm reinvigorated again.
Dope.
The game has hope. About bringing drugs into your mama's house.
Right.
And you talking about getting her kicked out of the projects.
Right. All that.
That happened?
Yeah, all that.
Sheesh.
All that.
Yeah.
We had a hard road, man.
The hell?
You know, because if you New York City housing will kick you out. You know, if you get caught with guns and drugs inside the apartment. Stuff like that. So
you knew that when you were stashing them?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I was young. I didn't know that.
So how'd you get caught?
The police came at the house.
No, I didn't know if it, no, but I didn't know if there was like some sort of inspection. Like
nah, they don't do that. No, when you doing stuff, you gonna get caught for doing shit. You understand?
Okay.
Stuff like that, because it's something that is definitely relevant.
Yeah, right.
You know, especially right now, like, you know, the violence between, you know, law enforcement, you know, in the community. It's like every day we see something new.
See something new, right? About,
you know, cops and shootings, and, you know, it's just crazy. So anytime I get an opportunity to speak about that, I'm with it.
You know, I'm listening to your album, man, and you paint some great pictures.
Thank you, man.
On this album, and you tell a lot of truth on this album. You got a song called Second Life on this album. I felt like it was an ode to your mother, but by some of the things you're saying in the song, it's just, I feel like I got to know you better. Like, I see your childhood, and you talk about Sway in the morning, Shade 4 or 5. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. I think I'm in love with this culture too much, Heather B.
Why you say that?
Because I get my feelings hurt often. You know, it's like when you plant a garden and with the family so everybody can eat. And then, you know, in the beginning, everybody is planting seeds along with you, and you're toiling the land, and then and the seasons change, and the flowers start to blossom, and we all eat. And then some people take the food and they don't come back and replant the soil. They don't replant, put seeds in for the next season. I feel like that's what happens with hip hop a lot. You
better
know,
tell them what you taught me.
What's that, Heather B?